Okay, loves. Good evening. I know the light is not good, but I didn't know the sun will go down until I start my performance here. Let me start the Facebook too. I will let the people in Facebook watch sometime. I'm just starting the webinar, how to have hot relationship with yourself. I did another 2 webinars, how to have sex, hot sex with your partner every time. And the people were watching, they were asking questions. Then I realized that actually I have more to talk about, as there are people that are not in a relationship. There's a big comment are not in a relationship. And they do feel lonely, and let's say some feel desperate, even not aware of it. In the fun about our sexuality, I gave exercises to clearing the energy blockages we might have in our energy bodies. As I already said, we have physical and energy bodies. And in the energy body, we might have a lot of stuck energy, which is on the way of having an amazing, intimate sexual experience, where I actually teach and talk that we are, our orgasms, our experiences of pleasure are ours. We are responsible for our own pleasures and orgasms. In the second webinar that I did, I talked for the communication between partners, how to talk with your partner about your experience of sex with him or with her. Here I'm addressing more women. So how to talk with your partner, like, and what you want more of, and when to talk about this, how to talk about this, when there is a distance between the partners, how to confront the problem. I talked all about this in the previous 2 webinars, where you can watch them in YouTube, in my channel. And here I'm streaming live now in Facebook, but I will finish the webinar in YouTube. So if you want to watch the whole webinar, please move to my channel in YouTube in a while. Also, I gave points and exercises how to find out our what we like, our sexual blueprint. I find it amazing that sometimes people cannot match sexually only because one of the partner has one blueprint, the other partner has another blueprint, and they cannot find the way to get close. this helped a lot of people learning about the natural sexual blueprint we all have. And I gave the name of the woman who is talking and teaching about this blueprint. Her name is Jaya. You can find her. And you can watch also where I'm talking about this of her work in my webinar. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about how to have a hot relationship with yourself. And when I had the idea to make this webinar, I was thinking about single women. But then I realized that actually a lot of people are in relationship and are feeling lonely. I have heard this from clients and friends. My experience is the same. I have been in relationships and I have been feeling absolutely lonely. So this webinar is going to be helpful if you are one of these women or men, I suppose. It will be helpful for men too. Who am I? My name is Mariana Kovacheva. I have studied physiotherapy in Sofia, Bulgaria. I study anatomy with great interest, also energy healing as a physiotherapist. At that point, when I was a student, I did not know exactly why I studied this. I actually wanted to be a doctor, but my grades were not enough to study for a doctor, so I could study for nurse, physiotherapist, or these women that help with babies. Now I forgot the name of this profession. Women that help when the baby is being born. I chose physiotherapy, and now I understand why is that, as all that I'm teaching has a big part about the studies of the body and embodying what we intellectually we might know. All the energy exercises that I'm practicing and I'm giving are also the start of the energy exercises comes from and the energy channels in the Chinese medicine. I am also an NLP practitioner. I have a diploma for NLP practitioner and life coach. I have participated in numbers of workshops about sexuality and relationships. Okay, so are you ready now to start with the interesting part? It was 7 years ago. It was 7 years ago. I remember the day I was driving the company car as I am working as for a pharmaceutical company. I was driving the company car, and a thought popped up in my mind. And the thought was where love is. So I remember this like it happened yesterday. The thought in my mind that came in my mind was where love is. And there was anger and frustration and sadness, as I was already having troubles in my marriage and was feeling lonely, and I was feeling not understood, and actually suffering in this relationship. A lot of people have been telling me that I'm a loving person with a big open heart, and I could not connect the two. How come am I a loving person, and how come I don't know where love is, and I am not experiencing loving relationship? And that's how my search for where love is started. And I am happy to say that I have found where love is. And with great pleasure, I want to share with as more people as as much people as I can. So this silent desperation, this silent loneliness that we try to put down and to not feel, we put end to this. I would love if I help with this, to put end to the silent loneliness that the people are experiencing. The road wasn't smooth and shiny. I hit the rock bottom with health crisis, with friendships going away, with fighting with my husband, at the point where I just didn't know what to do. And pain. I took on this journey. I now know that this character is pushed because the character is not willing to go through the threshold by herself. So the character is pushed by life circumstances to go through the threshold into the unknown. Into the unknown. And it's scary. And it's scary, especially if there is no one who can take you for the hand, by your hand, and show you that yes, there is a way. And yes, it's your job. No one will do your job for you, but there is a way. And I really hope that I can be this person, and I can take you for your hand and actually tell you it's okay. It's okay where you are. Doesn't matter where you are. It's okay. Because your soul is searching, and you will go on this journey. Sooner or later, you will go on this journey. And if it's not me to help you, there are a lot of other people that can help you, that have been through this, not because I'm something more, I just have been through this. So I can see behind me, I can see what I have been through. And to make a map That's why I'm sitting here and talking to you. Not because I'm an expert how to find love in life. Very recently, like last week or in the beginning of this week, I actually understood. I actually understood what it means to not be desperate for a relationship. I actually understood what it means to not be desperate for a relationship. And I had no idea I have been desperate for a relationship. I had no idea. Maybe other people around me were seeing it, but me, no. I was. I would say I'm having so good time, and my life is full. I have all the time. My program is full. I don't have any time to be bored or depressed like before. I used to be very depressive and very concerned about myself. This is what they say, that depression is when people are depressed, they are very concerned about themselves. In the moment we stop being we stop being so self-concentrated, the depression is gone because it's not normal human state. The normal human state is one of joy, health, happiness, abundance, generosity, and all these good things. That's the normal human state. Okay, is this valuable that I'm sharing with you? Is it valuable? Do you see the opportunities, the possibilities that I'm presenting here? If, because I see in YouTube, some people are watching and also they will be watching later, please type where are you watching from. It will be great if I know which country, which city are you watching from. I will appreciate this a lot. Okay, so are you curious for me to continue and actually to give you the map of how you might start reclaiming your most precious. Okay, someone commenting. Thank you so much. Hi. From where are you watching, please? Which country? Are you watching from Cyprus? The most precious relationship we could have. We have actually, because that's before when I was listening to people and women that were saying that the most precious relationship we could have is this one with ourselves, where actually there is a real love relationship is happening inside of our consciousness. And I couldn't understand what this is about. How can I have so nurturing and pleasurable and amazing relationship with myself. I couldn't comprehend how is this possible, but I was interested to know. I really was very interested to know how is this possible. How a relationship inside of myself, with myself, can be so nourishing, and so pleasurable that actually my tongue can be filled, the tongue of my needs can be filled, and not be hungry and desperate to find it somewhere else outside of myself. Yes, I will be talking also for self-pleasuring. So stay with me. I will be talking about sexuality too. But first, let me cover the healing, because without the healing, we cannot come to the nourishing, loving relationship with ourselves that I'm talking about. And healing our sexuality is part of the healing process. And now I will start the content of the webinar. So everyone who is watching from Facebook, please come to my YouTube channel, so you continue watching me there. Thank you, guys. Let me share the video. Okay. Okay. So how did I come here? From this place of loneliness, how did I come to the place where I feel nourished and really happy to be with myself? Not saying that I do not want a partner. I'm never saying this. Of course, I do want a partner to share all this that I'm now collecting like gems into myself. Of course, I want to share, but yes, even if you are in a relationship, it's very, very, very possible that if you do not have the relationship with yourself, you are suffering in your relationship with your partner. And it's never late to start this relationship with yourself. We are a bit afraid. I understand this. We are a bit afraid to have this relationship and to start it, because we might hear some things that we might not like. And there is courage. We need courage to take on this journey. But it's the only way. If you want happy, that's the only way. I don't know another way. And this is 5 years of studying, researches, seminars, workshops, books, anything you can imagine. I'm listening, I'm learning every day for 5, maybe 6 years, and I don't know another way. If you know another way, do it. But I have not found another way. The only way is to start the relationship with yourself. How do we start it? With healing. How do we start healing? We can start with different modalities. Me, myself, I started with EFT, which is Emotional Freedom Technique, where I listed all the experiences that I have been experienced as traumatic, because they might not be traumatic for someone, but for me, I have experienced these events as traumatic. So I started from very early childhood age, until the present moment, where I listed all the experiences I've been experiencing as traumatic. And I started tapping on these experiences with EFT. Now, I'm not EFT certified coach, but you can learn about EFT in Google, and you can use it for yourself. If you need help, there are coaches, or you can use other modalities. What am I certified is I'm an NLP practitioner and life coach. I can help you with inner child healing. And this is the second healing that I want to talk today in this webinar. When I started inner child healing, this is when the biggest changes in my life occurred. Inner child is responsible for our emotions. There is a great guy who is a spiritual teacher. His name is Matt Kahn, and he's saying that the inner child is the employer of the ego, which means that the inner child is driving the ego to behavior and choices that are not in our best good. And when the inner child is not loved and healed. So I do inner child work, I do emotional work, I do help women to become aware how to use their emotions, how to become empowered women with emotions, with their emotions. We are emotional beings and it's beautiful, but no one teaches us what to do with our emotions. So I'm very happy with this work that I do. It's helping a lot. So we come now to the sexuality, the healing of our sexuality. And the first thing I would say is we ourselves are responsible for our pleasure and for our orgasms. It's not our partner. It's not our partner, it's ourselves. And in the first webinar that I did, I gave a healing practice, a healing meditation to heal any shame about our sexuality and to start owning our sexuality. And now I would do it again on the statement that I ask you to say, I am asexual, I'm a woman, I'm a sexual being, I have the right to have easy and strong orgasms. I am a woman, I'm actually an orgasmic woman, I have the right to have easy and strong orgasms. Say it out loud so it comes from your fifth chakra. It's very important to go out from your fifth chakra by voicing it. Even if your voice is trembling, and even if you feel great resistance about saying this, say it now. Healing our sexuality is another subject that I can do a whole webinar about this. But here I want to say that we need we want to become sensitive to our senses. I don't know if it's correct to say it this way, but we really want to sensitize our senses, because a lot of limiting beliefs, a lot of fear are it's stuck in our body. It stays in our body. It's not going anywhere. Even though our cells are rejuvenating and they're changing I think every 8 years we have a new body. All the cells are changed. Um, I don't know, but I think it's every 8 years. Even though all the cells are changed, the blueprint is there. So it stays in our body since we were children. It stays. The fear we have experienced, the limitation, the trauma, anything we have experienced that we do not know how to process it, it stays in our body. And by increasing our senses, we are helping our body to become again flexible, again the flow of energy to go in its natural way. How do you do this with your senses? You can do it with sensual touch, touching yourself, really lovingly touch. You can smell something you love to smell. I have this lavender oil here that is awakening my senses. You can watch beautiful things, so it awakens your visual senses, and you can hear music or waves of water or waterfall or rain, whatever you like to hear. And also there is healing massage, which is done in a way that can remove from the cellular memory any stuck old emotions. There is massage like this, and there is also vaginal, how is correct to say? Vaginal massage done not with sexual intention for orgasm, but with healing intention of healing the tissues in the vagina, in releasing any grief, sadness, trauma that is stored in this tissue. We want to create a relationship with our vagina, with our cervix, with our labia, with our outer and inner labia, with our clitoris. We as women, we want to have this relationship. The clitoris is called the third brain. It has so much neurons. It's so sensitive, and also it's the only organ that a woman has, a human being has, designed for only for pleasure and nothing else. The clitoris is the only organ in the human body that is designed just for pleasure. And we want to have connection with this part of ourselves, not when we are making sex, not only when we are making sex. We want to have connections with this part of ourselves at all times. So I can help you with that also, how to create connection with your pussy or your yoni, your intimate female parts. Okay, so is what I'm sharing valuable? What do you think, guys? Is it helpful? Can you imagine how your life can change if you start doing what I'm talking about here? If you start this journey towards yourself and creating the relationship with yourself. Can you imagine how your life will start looking? How much more pleasure you will be experiencing, how much actually the self-actualization is then possible. And the desperation is gone, and the emptiness is gone, and the loneliness is gone for good. So what I offer here at the end of this webinar is a free strategy session. I need to talk with you personally so I know where on your journey you are. Have you crossed the threshold? Are you before the threshold, in crisis? Or are you just a bit dissatisfied and feeling alone? Or have you been single for a long time and not being happy? I need to know these things so I can help you better. And we do a strategy session where we actually have a plan about what's next and how to get to the place where we are fully connected with ourselves, where it's Matt Kahn again, the guy that I have mentioned. He says that the other name of God is breath. And he's talking in his teachings that's the relationship that we need to have with our breath. The relationship. And yes, the breathing exercises and the energy exercises that I'm teaching are very much connected, as the breath is directing the energy. And the breath and also the visualization. We need the visualization in the beginning because we might not, it's like any other exercise. In the beginning we might not feel what is possible to feel, but slowly, and when there is a guidance, we can start deepening the process. I hope this webinar was helpful and was really real pleasure for me to do it. It's my public services. I feel blessed, so I want to give. I feel generous because I'm given so much. Thank you for watching, for listening, and goodbye.